the best story resource. And so the reason I wrote this is, we do a lot of themes, and we're known for themes, and we do cool themes, and we love them. We're not going to stop, Lord willing. But I remember years ago, I think it was Brother Joey Boggs, but we were brainstorming ideas and stuff for Sunday school. And we were talking about different themes and different stories, and he mentioned, we had thrown several out there, and he mentioned one. Oh man, now I'm going to forget. Oh, Darian's Rise.
Darian's Rise.
Yeah. Isn't that by
Focus on the
Family? Same people that do Odyssey. Okay, and so I've heard a little bit of it. I don't think I ever listened to the whole thing, but he was he was telling me about it. Is that the one that's kind of an allegory of David?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So he was telling me about it, and it sounds really cool and awesome and everything, and it probably would be a great theme.
He'll be sitting down to listen to that. Everyone, no worry.
But here's what when we were doing that, and we were talking about a bunch of different ideas, but that was kind of like the last straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. Is I said, we're talking about doing like an allegory like that or whatever. And of course we talked about Narnia a little bit, but I said, we have the best resource of stories, which is the Bible itself. Mm-hmm. And so to do we could do a David theme, for example, that's
we did an Esther theme.
Yeah, we did an Esther theme, exactly. And so it's a huge story. And so I guess my thing is, we do themes to capture the interest, and it's kind of cool. Like, you do space theme, you got all the space stuff, and then we do Bible stories every single Sunday. And so it kind of gives us, so a long time ago, I read some of the stuff. I read a lot about theater and different things. And so there's a lot of times you have an A and a B plot. And so A is like your main thing, and then B is like say you have a murder mystery, and so A is the detective solving the murder mystery, but the B plot is their kids are running away or what, and so it's like it ties in, but it's usually more fun or lighthearted, or often is. So it's kind of what we're doing. So as our I guess technically in that format, the A would be the theme, even though it's not more important to us, but the A is our themes are ongoing storylines.
And our Bible stories aren't necessarily.
Yeah. So our Bible stories are often, we just did one that's kind of but we're not continuing, I don't think, the following week. So, but we just did David, anointed king, and then David and Goliath. Mm-hmm. But often the Bible stories just stand on their own to support the lesson or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that's a long explanation for basically the Bible is full of incredible stories, and it's just, it's how you present them and what you do with them.
Yeah, and I think you can make themes that aren't necessarily the same Bible story. You don't have to do David part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
But you could do the apostles or something, and you could do different stories about them, or I don't really know. I haven't thought super far into
the judges
talking, but
or something like that.
Or different kings. You could do,
and you're focused on one for 2 weeks.
You could do Hezekiah.
The next 2 weeks.
Yeah. I think that would be a cool.
Didn't one time
we did do we've done both of those. We didn't do the kings, but we did the judges.
Okay.
And so we went through, because our themes are 16 weeks typically.
Actually, I remember this. I remember doing the judges.
I think I remember this
in here
too.
During Deborah.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
So when the first time we ever did the judges was actually when we were still downstairs in the fellowship hall, and we did the judges. Went through, Othniel.
Oh wow! I don't know if I remember then.
I don't know if I remember all of the judges. Shamgar, number 3. But anyway, we went through all of them. I remember we did. Oh man, now I can't remember the millstone. The one that gets Jerubbaal? No, that's Gideon. But it's right before Gideon. It's Gideon's dad, I think, or something.
We did this for youth the other day. We were just talking about this at youth.
But we did, and then the 70 sons.
Oh, okay.
And they executed them all on the.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so.
I actually remember that happening.
I
I do.
Were you in Sunday school as a kid, or were you staff?
I don't know. I just remember like everyone freaking out.
I think that we should go. I think that we should go for the next thing. Like, we shouldn't have a theme, nothing. We should start from the very beginning of the Bible and just go all the way through.
So that's how we started. When I took over Sunday school, that's kind of what we were doing, is we were going through the Bible.
I think that we should do that.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of like Bible stories that kids don't even
know.
have.
Yeah.
They have no idea.
Yeah.
Because I think the only reason I even know is like your story hour and stuff that
Yeah.
we listen to when you're little.
Yeah.
But like even kids in our school and stuff, I feel like there's a lot of Bible stories that they don't know.
Yeah.
So
I
theme
think
is
so.
the Bible.
Yeah. Well, and like you mentioned, we did the Esther theme, and that was it was purely a biblical theme, and it was in a transition. It was a shorter theme. I think it was 9 weeks, but it was awesome. I mean, we had the
so
king, we had Esther, and the actor. She actually she wasn't. She used to be a pretty regular part of Sunday school, and she had been out for a long time. And I asked her to come back in, and she did for
the
just
only
that
time
theme.
I remember her being in Sunday school before that was when she was like Betty.
Me too.
Betty or Betsy?
On the
In Pirates,
Pirates.
the first pirate theme.
I was like,
Yep.
yeah.
Down in the
me too.
fellowship hall.
That's the first time I remember her.
That's like the first. That's the
That's
only
the
time
first
I
and
remember
last,
her
and then I remember her being
Sunday
in
school.
Esther.
So in that theme we had pirates and navy, and so she was Betty, the
pirate.
one of the
right?
officers on the navy side.
I
and then
only
she was
remember her being a
Screech.
pirate.
Screech, yeah.
I only remember her being the
I
pirate.
remember her
for some
wearing like
reason.
one of those things on her head, like
I remember
like
she
this
had such a
knotted
good
on the
pirate
side.
costume. That's all I
Yeah,
remember.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was so funny because when we did a practice one time, and so we had this big epic sword fight between William, the main character, who had a mop, against Scar, the evil nemesis, who had a sword, right? And so it's this big, huge scene, loud, theme music going and stuff. And so, and we did this in practice, but I told her to come up and just sit down and cross her legs, like on the platform, and just like she's just sitting down to watch this, show. It was hilarious. She did a really good job.
That's
it was
funny.
so funny. And Screech was because she would always scream. And what's funny is she's actually a really good singer, but she would come in and like she couldn't sing.
That is
Bad.
amazing.
I remember her
That
doing
is
that.
so funny. I don't remember that really, but
I remember her
like,
doing
that's
that.
funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Shout out to Ashley Smith.
That's funny.
So, okay. There was something else I was going to mention. Oh, yeah. You said the apostles. It made me think of the disciples, the 12 disciples.
Mm-hmm.
We did those in a Western theme. And each disciple was a cowboy.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I
You
don't
don't?
remember that
Oh,
either,
wow.
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah.
For some
It's
reason.
been a long time ago. In fact, it was Brother Joey went on the evangelistic field towards the end of that theme because we had to kill him.
Oh.
Because he couldn't come back in the story. So, 'cause I can't remember who he was the sheriff.
Oh.
And the sheriff had to die or something because that was the end.
Wait,
We couldn't
remember?
use him
Wait.
anymore.
This is way off, and I'm so sorry. Weren't we making an audio drama, and it was it Western?
Yeah.
Or was there already a Western one that you guys did before for youth? And we were doing Joshua? Who were we doing?
No.
What story?
There was
we
a
were doing a
Western
story. There was a
story
Western already done,
made.
right? Okay, that's what
But
I'm
we
thinking of.
started making an audio drama.
And it was Joshua?
I don't know.
I have all the notes in my
well,
phone from it still.
I have videos of
if you're
student
talking
sound
about like
effects.
the youth projects, we did
That's
some.
why I said it's so off, because this is about you.
Okay, yeah. So we did do some audio drama stuff, and yeah, I have some of that. But we did make a Western. In fact, I think it's on YouTube. But we did
That's
make a
cool.
Western years ago.
I
and
remember that.
It's about a half an hour, maybe 20 minutes long.
I remember listening to it
years
as a
ago,
kid, and I was like, no
dramatized
way.
Western. Yeah, and in fact, our Western was very, very loosely based on that we did.
Okay.
Brother Joey and I wrote it, and Sister Shamrow was in it.
Hey, y'all, get out of my barn.
Yep, Brother
Oh,
Jordan.
I didn't hear any of that. The only parts I heard was like somebody breaking it.
You've never listened to the whole thing?
No. You played a clip for us at youth
Oh,
one time.
I'll try to send it to
Yeah,
you.
send
You
it
guys got to hear
I've
it.
listened to
Maybe
it,
we'll make it
yeah.
available. I don't know. I might have to listen to it.
It was made before we were
It
born.
was, yeah,
It was made before technology
It was a
was
long
a
time
thing.
ago. Long time ago.
Yeah, I just remember her screaming, "Hey, y'all, get out of my barn!"